Hey there, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your month of December 2021. And just a quick heads up, I don't appear on my monthly tarot forecasts because I do use more cards and people like to see the cards clearly, so that's what we're doing. But you can see me in a lot of my other videos, like your monthly astrology forecasts that are up, and the weeklies that I have available to YouTube member supporters and Patreon supporters. Also, if you are watching your rising sign forecast, your rising sign's giving you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign forecast is showing up. And your moon sign, well, that's going to be giving you the less prominent, albeit still significant side story that's also playing out throughout the course of this month. And if you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website, integrativemysticism.com, and don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. You know, engagement helps this channel out a lot. And so let's have a look and see what's going on here. Well, your main theme of the month is the Hermit card, upright. And Virgo, this month is all about you getting distinguished. It's about you getting taken out of a lot of crowds that have maybe become a bit too saturated, stuck in specific trends, or stuck in ways that are no longer actually serving you or are complementary to serving your needs or serving your ends. And I want to make sure that you understand that when we are getting set apart, this can actually be very advantageous, right? Especially when you think about being set apart or distinguished in business, in your creative works, in your social life, in pursuits of love and new opportunities. It's important to be able to be distinguished and celebrated for what sets you apart from what is maybe too common. And with the Hermit, you are also getting a chance to finally start achieving some very deep personal goals while also getting current and advancing some of your own craft, some of your own style, some of your own work, your private enterprises. All of that good stuff is getting the boost this month. So pay close attention to how this occurs for you because it's happening for your advantage. It may feel strange being sort of, again, distinguished or set apart from certain crowds, but you are also attracting a lot of new attention and support in that occurrence. When it gets to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, you do have the Queen of Swords upright and the Seven of Cups upright. This month, you are going to be finding that with the Queen of Swords, you are getting a lot of assistance with doing some major cleanup work on old problems or pervasive challenges relating to either a professional matter or maybe a block in your professional advancement, the opportunity to step into the role or the income stream that you desire. And we're also seeing a lot of purges and a lot of cleanup going on the financial front, any kind of financial hooks, financial troubles from the past, or maybe even financial difficulties that we are trying to navigate before making a big transition or making a big move. The Queen of Swords is showing up for you to assist with getting everything in proper order, as well as even tackle things that may have gone a bit sideways or maybe even gone into a fairly negative place as it relates to your office, your industry, or your field. In fact, some of you may be witness to a lot of reformations happening in your market or in your employment space, among your colleagues, among your peers, maybe even some of your rivals. When it comes to the Seven of Cups upright, you are stepping into a space where you are going to need to be ready to handle a lot of new opportunities, a lot of new offers and propositions and proposals that are coming your way. And you are going to be feeling very much spoiled for choice, whether you are looking for a new place to live, a new job, something new to invest in, a new source of revenue. You're going to have a lot of new commitment opportunities to pick from. Make sure you are doing this in a way that is careful and intelligent. You do not need to rush, and you want to make sure that you are not biting off more than you can chew, taking on more than you need, or making promises you cannot keep. However, for those of you who are job hunters or house hunters, this is going to be a beautiful month for you as well, because you're going to have more than enough options to select from. And so all in all, a great month in the material realm. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, we do have the Chariot card upright and the Six of Cups reversed. And so with the Chariot card upright, in spite of the energy of that Hermit, right? We talk about being set apart from the crowd, kind of going our own way. We actually have you being celebrated. We actually have you becoming a lot more popular, a lot more well-known. Now, this could, of course, be because of such an occurrence, but with the Chariot card, I'm actually seeing you getting elevated, and you're noticing that your community and your network is becoming a lot more strong, a lot more capable, and a lot better resourced. And you may also find that there is a lot of drawing together of friends, drawing together of relatives, drawing together of companions that may be coming from all kinds of different spaces, faraway spaces, whether this is occurring online or maybe they are moving closer to you or you are moving closer to them. A lot of you may actually find that distances are being dropped in all kinds of different ways, but also at the same time, you are being elevated in all of your communities to a state of higher prominence. With the Six of Cups reversed, however, I am also seeing we are turning a big page this month, and a lot of you may be also dropping a lot of hooks or a lot of patterns, a lot of cycles, or maybe even familiar faces from the past. And this could be something that you have to do. We are getting distinguished and set apart, and as we are stepping into this new phase, we may not necessarily be able to give the time and the energy to a lot of activities or maybe just a lot of the same old we did before. The Six of Cups reverse is also indicating a lot of negative legacies, whether these are family legacies, community legacies, old clouds hanging overhead, and these interactions and relationships will also be dissipating, but there will also be, of course, the purging of the past and possibly the release of a lot of cords or attachments with those that won't let go of the past or won't evolve or keep up with you. When it comes to your challenge this month, your challenges this month, you've got the Queen of Cups reversed, as well as the Eight of Swords upright. The Queen of Cups reversed, I really want you to be careful of cling-on situations or tag-along situations that may actually stymie your growth or even threaten to pull you off track or attempt to coerce you into maybe dimming your shine, playing it safe, dumbing yourself down, or maybe staying in a space that you have outgrown. Because what's happening here with the Queen of Cups reversed, I'm seeing a lot of this sort of career victim mentality, maybe codependency, or some kind of dependent, disorderly activity going on around you, either with one specific person or possibly a certain archetype of people that you've surrounded yourself with that are attempting to control your moves by trying to indenture you to themselves as their caregiver. They are taking on the role of a power or manipulator position by infantilizing themselves as weak, capable, and incompetent. So it's sort of like this idea that you have to take care of them or you're a bad person in spite of the fact that they are a full-grown, capable adult. And so I feel like that could show up in a lot of different ways, whether it's at work or it's a family member or a friend. You know, make sure that we understand that this is not a trend to maintain. It's not something to humor. And no, it's not going to necessarily get better by giving this person what they want. If they're fighting so hard for it, it's because this is easier than doing what they need to do. When it comes to your challenge this month with the Eight of Swords, you yourself are going to find that there may be some issues going on where you might have to deal with some folks who are not keeping up with you as you have grown in the way that they associate with you this month, right? People getting stuck in the past, people kind of holding you to a certain impression or a certain identity that they had for you in the past may actually become a block between your ability to connect with them. And that might be why we have so many challenges that are going to come up to be cleared with that Queen of Cups reversed, as well as with that Six of Cups reversed. Remember, with the Eight of Swords, we don't want to stay perfectly still. We don't want to humor it. We want to get ready to move on. We are advancing. We don't have to stay in a small pond because others are afraid to let us leave the small pond. We are ready. We've probably been waiting for a long time. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we do have That's Persephone. We do have Persephone, but we also have the Four of Wands upright as well as the World card upright. And this is a transcendent month for love, regardless of the fact that, yeah, we've got Venus retrograde in the last week and a half. With the Four of Wands upright, there is a beautiful new sense of accomplishment and community coming to your romantic life. And for a lot of you who are single and available, you may be finding that it is through community, whether it is your community or maybe a connection that you have with another community, that you are able to start bridging a new contact and a really strong new rapport with a very accomplished person. And when I say accomplished, I mean somebody who is accomplished in something that you are both deeply passionate about to your cores. Those of you who are currently coupled are going to find that this Four of Wands upright is drawing a new sense of community, a new sense of village, a new sense of home to you and your partners this month. And it's going to be an absolutely beautiful shift in the way you carry on your social life and even how you are going to be supporting your relationship, supporting your marriage, supporting your kids, what we're getting exposed to, where all that positivity is coming from. With that Four of Wands upright, you are getting really enriched by this. With the World card, you are also stepping into a space where we are closing up an age, closing up an era in our relationship identity or in our relationship story. And that especially applies to those of you who are single, because this is an opportunity. Remember, you have free will. It's not fatalist. It's not going to happen if you don't want it to, and it's not going to happen if you do nothing. But with the World card upright, you are getting a chance to step into a completely new status. And this may only get its start this month. We may meet somebody that is actually really, really working towards the same end game, the same timeline, the same relationship outcome as we are. Really get ready for that. And for those of you who are currently coupled or seeing somebody recently, we may be jumping a status in our own way, whether it's becoming official, getting engaged, talking about maybe plans for expanding on our family. And there may also be something set off by this by a big accomplishment or a big move on the part of your partner, or some big news coming through a partner's family or even on their job. So that is what I've got for you, Virgo people. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.